Okay. All right. So let's begin from seated position. We're going to make our way from the mat up to standing eventually, and we're going to be using the block. So have your block handy, and remember that when we sit any way we can feel comfortable, and we're not fighting with the pose. Elevating the hips is always a good idea. And let's all bring the shoulders up to the ears, slowly release them back and down. And just let's do a few rounds like this. If we feeling some kind of tightness or tension on the shoulder, the upper spine, it helps nice to release. And then let's go into the opposite direction. Just a few rounds here before we sit in a moment with the hands to your thighs or knees, elbows in, belly slightly in, chin back and towards the chest. You can keep your eyes closed here or gaze towards the mat, making sure the back of your neck is nice and long, and so is your spine, avoiding any tension in the muscle of your face and your jaw. Let's take a moment here to feel ourselves a little bit more grounded. As we inhale and exhale through the nose, noticing the gentle movement of the breath within the body. And as we notice the breath, we'll do our best to keep engaging with the inhales and the exhales, keep coming back to the breath as we move through our physical practice. So it's a way to anchor ourselves to the present moment. We notice the body, we notice the mind through the breath. We take the moment to feel how we are breathing, or if we need to stop slightly for a moment to go back to that gentle, long breathing pattern. If we feel that our body is kind of like challenging a little bit, so we just anchor through the breath. And slowly opening the arms out in T, relaxing shoulders and elbows, turning the palms up so the shoulders are dropping back and down. And then slowly bring the hands to the heart center. And then flow the hands up to the sky, lengthen the spine, opening the arms out in T, palm facing up, hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra. Inhale, reaching up to the sky with the fingertips, lengthening the spine, arms to the side, palm facing up, hands together. And then again, lifting the hands up to the sky and out to the side, hands together. Now we're going to reverse from the hands together. We're going to open the arms out, reaching arms up to the sky, lowering the hands together to the heart. And opening arms out in T, relax shoulders and elbows, reaching with the arms, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to the heart center. And a couple more rounds, linking breath with the movement, inhaling and exhaling down to the heart. And inhaling to open and reaching up to the sky, hands together. And exhale, hands to the heart center. Interlacing the fingers, rounding the spine, belly inch into your chest. Straighten and bring the elbows in, hands together. Straightening the elbows, rounding the spine, chin in. Flexing the elbows, hands to the heart center, neutral spine. And two more rounds, rounding the spine, belly in, chin in. Hands together, lifting from the chest. One last. Exhale, round the spine, belly in, and reaching for the palms. Hands to the hands, and slowly lower to Anjali Mudra. Going back to the breath. Breathing through the nose. Try to slow down the breath little by little. And slowly release the hands down towards the floor, towards the thighs, shoulders back and down. And then slowly release. Hands to your knees, elbows out, round the spine, draw the belly in, chin in, and just hold in position and just knock your head from side to side. Just rock your head, sorry, from side to side. Elbows in, lifting the chest, lift the chin up, rotate to the right to the chest. Inhale, left and up. Exhale, right to the chest. Inhale, left and up. Same direction. Breathing in and out. Going to the opposite direction. And slowly return back to neutral position. Inhale, bring the arm up to the side, left hand down, lower the right hand down, left ear goes to your left shoulder, and neutral neck, arm out to T. Exhale, right hand goes down, lift ear to your left shoulder. Inhale, arm to the side, neutral neck. And just keep moving 3 more rounds. Same direction, moving with the breath. Exhaling as you're lowering. Inhale as you bring to neutral position. One last. And slowly return the head back to neutral neck. Keep your right hand down, left arm goes out to the side in T. Exhale, lower the hand down, right ear to right shoulder, and out to T, neutral neck. Exhale, lower, and back to center. Exhale, lower, back to center. Couple more rounds, gently stretching the neck, mobilizing the cervical spine, and release all the way down. Bring both hands out to the side, neutral neck. Place the hands to the back of the head, elbows in, and chin to your chest. Keep breathing through your upper spine, lengthening through the nose, and feel that stretch of the muscles connected with the base of the skull. Take a nice inhale, lift the head, elbows out, release the hands, and let's twist to the right, look over to right shoulder. Gentle twist from the waist up. So this is our first twist. Just be mindful about this. Looking over to your right shoulder. And slowly going to the opposite side. Right hand to your left knee, left hand behind you. Look over to your left shoulder. Still warming up the body gently. Return back through center, hands behind you. Undo the crossing of the legs, feet wider than the hips, and some movement on those hips and legs. And slowly bring both legs to one side. Let's come to tabletop position. Have your blanket ready to protect your kneecaps. Knees right under your hips. Wrist right under the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Gently press and move the hips to the heels to stretch the ball of the feet, the arches, and the entire length of the sole of your feet. Gently stretching there, breathing in and out. And then slowly back through center, top of the feet flat, round the spine, and let's move to child's pose as you relax elbows, forearms, and forehead towards the floor or towards the block if you cannot reach the mat with your forehead. Take a moment. And slowly return back to tabletop position. From here, extend the right arm forward, your left leg goes back. Right hand down, left knee down, tabletop. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg goes back, engage the core. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Keep moving, reaching through the fingertips and the heel. Opposite side, left arm forward, right leg goes back. Exhale, left hand down, right knee down. Inhale, reach through the right hand and left heel. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. One more time. Inhale, left arm forward, right leg goes back. Left hand down, right knee down. Round the spine like an angry cat and move the hips to the heels. Relax your wrists, elbows, shoulders, forehead down. Breathing in and out. And slowly return back to tabletop. Place the weight on your right hand. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Inhale, exhale, left hand down. Open and twist to the right as you inhale. You exhale, you lower your right hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. One more time, each side. Open and twist to the left. Exhale, left hand down. Last one. Open and twist to the right. Exhale, right hand down. Take an inhale, round the spine like an angry cat, and drop the hips to the heels. Child's pose, Balasana. Relax your neck, shoulders, and wrist. Breathing in and out. Hands by your hips. Lift the head, lift the chest. Kneeling position, stepping forward with your left foot. Right knee slightly back. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Exhale, elbows in, bend, flex left knee, move the hips forward. Inhale, straighten, hands down, and by your hips and straighten your right knee. Flex the elbows, elbows in, palms facing up, moving the hips forward. Hands down, straighten, flex elbows, flex knees, shoulders back and down. Open the right hip flexor. Straighten your left knee, hands down. Flex both knees and move the hips forward. One more time, each this side. Straighten hands down. Flex your left knee and move the elbow, shoulders back. Both hands down. Bring your left knee to meet your right knee. Step forward with your right foot. Left knee slightly back. Straighten your right leg. Now, flex your right knee, elbows by your ribcage, shoulders back and down. Straighten and hands down by your hips. Flex knee, flex elbows, shoulders back and down. Keep moving the hips and the pelvis forward as you flex the knee. Again, flex the knee. Hand down by your hips, shoulders back and down. 3 more rounds. Straighten, flex knee and elbows and shoulder blades into each other. Straighten knees, hands down. 1 more, flex shoulders back and down. Lower the hands down, right knee comes to meet your left knee. Round the spine, angry cat, and then move the hips to child's pose. Relax shoulders, elbows, and wrist. Take a few rounds of breath. And moving to tabletop. Forearms, elbows down, interlace the fingers, tuck the toes under. Let's work on straightening the back line of the legs, lifting the hips, straightening the legs, dolphin pose. Heels up, heels down. Heels up, heels down. Heels up, heels down. Heels up, heels down. Heels up, knees down to the mat. Top of the feet flatten the mat. Separate the hands, palms to the mat, and just right hand on the right shoulder, left hand under the right shoulder. Round the spine, move the hip. Child's pose, relax shoulders, elbows, and wrists. Take a moment. And then walk the hands to the left side of the mat. Right hand on top of your left hand. Forearms, elbows down, draw the chin to your chest. Gently stretch the right side of the torso. Breathing in and out through the nose. Lifting head and chest slightly off the mat, walking to the opposite side. Place your left hand to your right hand on top of your right hand. Elbows down, relax your neck. And moving back to neutral position to the center. Back to tabletop, tuck the toes under, pressing downward dog. Lift the hips, straighten the legs, chin to your chest, and shoulders back and down. Heels up. Exhale, heels down, lengthening the spine and the back of the legs. Inhale, heels up. Long exhalation through the nose. Slowly lower the heels to stretch hams. The calf muscles and Achilles tendon. One more time. Heels up. Slowly lower the heels towards the floor. And then from here, walk your hands towards your feet. So we're standing in the back of the mat. Move the blanket or your pillow from your yoga mat. Flex the knees slightly and then hug from the opposite elbows. Crown of the head pointing towards the mat. Relax your neck. Just nod your head yes. Shake your head no. And slowly place the hands to your hips. Engage the core. Keep the chin in. Lift the chest all the way up to standing. Welcome to Samastiti. Feet under the hips. Lifting from the arches. Hands to the hearts. And elbows by your rib cage. Back to your breathing pattern. Lengthening inhales and exhales. Taking the moment here to check in again with the body and the breath. Testing the balance and strengthening calf muscles, Achilles tendon and feet. We're going to lift the heels, hands down by your hips, heels down, hands to the heart. Lifting the heels, hands down by your hips. Exhale, lower, hands to the heart. And just keep moving at your own rhythm. 4 more rounds. See if you can link the breath with the movement. Breath control, movement control. Lifting and lowering. Just noticing where the balance is today. One last. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, hands to the heart center. Take a nice inhale. Hands up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive. Pull the belly in, chin to your chest. Hands down towards the floor. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Hands towards the hips. Inhale, bend the knees slightly. Engage the core, lifting the torso, standing position. Arms out and up. Exhale, swan dive. Pull the belly in, fall forward. Stretch the back of the legs and the spine. Nod your head yes. Shake your head no. Bend the knees slightly. Hands to the hips. Engage the core to lift the torso, standing position. One more. Inhale, reach it with arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Belly in, long spine to fall forward. Relax the neck, yes. Shake your head, no. Bend the knees slightly, hands to the hips. Engage the core all the way up to standing Samastiti, hands to the heart. Breathing through the nose. Slowing down the breath. And release the hands down by your hips. Now grab your block and let's place the block in between the inner thighs. This is to help to strengthen the muscles of your hips, inner thighs, and also to create stability in both hips, sacrum, lower back. We're going to press the block with the inner thighs, hands to the heart, and as we exhale, we flex the knees, we go into chair pose. Move the shoulders back, lift the chest, press the block, and reach through the fingertips all the way up. Hands to the hips, bend the knees, and back to chair pose. Move the shoulders back and down. Inhale, press the block and lengthen the spine. Press the block with the inner thighs and lower the hands to the hips. Lift the chest. Press the block and extend the legs, arms overhead. Press the block and flex and lower into your chair, Ardha Utkatasana. Press and strengthening and reach to the fingertips. Press the block and slowly flex and lower. Press the block, stand the legs and arms overhead. One more. Press the block and lower, hands to the heart center. Keep pressing, take a nice inhale. Lift the chest with the knees bent and twist to the left. Look over to left shoulders, drop your hips. Keep pressing the block and do the twist slowly back to center. Straighten the legs, arms overhead. Hands to the heart, flex the knee, chair pose. Lift the chest, press and exhale, twist to the right. Look over to right shoulder, sink the hips. Take a nice inhale and do the twist back to center. Straighten the legs, reach to the fingertips, swan dive, fall forward. Nod your head, yes. Shake your head no. Breathing in and out. And then walk your hands forward to downward dog. Keep the block in between your thighs. Walk the feet slightly back. Have your wrists wide as your shoulders and the heels wide as your hips. You press the block and lift the heels. You press the block and lower the heels down. Press the block and lift the heels. Press the block, heels down. Press the block, heels up. Press the block, heels down. One more. Press the block, heels up. Press the block, heels down, and then walk again the hands towards the back of the mat. Keep the spine slowly releasing, chin into your chest. Remove the block from in between your thighs and heavy arms, heavy head, all the way up to standing. Back to Samastiti, shoulders up to the ears, back and down, hands to the heart center. Back to your breath. Notice the quality of your breath. Does it feel a little bit short? Just try to slow it down. Breath control, mind control. And slowly lower the hands down by your hips. Now, please have your right foot rotated about 35, 40-degree angle, right foot out, and then one step forward with your left foot. So adjust your hips and your shoulders so they are in line with the front of your mat. Flex your left knee and make sure that the distance between the feet is nice enough so you can have a 90-degree angle in your left knee and your right leg is back nice and long. So from here, arms forward and up, shoulders back and down. Welcome to warrior one. Engage the core, arms out to the side in T position, lower the spine halfway down. Hold, breathing in and out. So if you're holding tension, your shoulders, bring the arms a little bit more forward. Engage the core, lift the torso, arms, palms facing to each other, arms overhead, back to warrior one. Take a nice inhale. Engage slowly, lower the spine halfway down. Keep the arms in T position. Don't bring the shoulders up to your ears. Don't lift the chin. Keep the neck neutral. Engage the core, back to warrior one. Arms overhead. Take a nice inhale. Engage and then lower the spine. Arms in T. Hold halfway down. Keep the neck neutral. Facing towards the floor. Relax the arms down. Lift the chest and one step back to this back of the mat, back to Samastiti. Shoulders back and down. Breathing in and out. I'm rotating now the left foot out in an angle, stepping forward one step. Comfortable enough so you can come back in one step back. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, everything facing to the front. Flex your right knee in a 90-degree angle. Breathing in and out, arms overhead. Virabhadrasana one. Exhale, engage the core to lower the spine halfway down, arms in T. Holding position. Engage those muscles of the chest and then slowly come up, arms overhead. Exhale, move the spine forward. Activate the core muscles of the spine, the abdominal muscles. Keep the arms in T. Legs are strong. Breath is flowing. And back to warrior one. Take a nice inhale. Exhale, lower halfway down. Hold in position. Strong and stable. Don't hold the breath though. Engage back through center. One last. And slowly lowering as you lengthen the spine forward, halfway down. Breathing in and out. Release the arms down, engage the core to lift the torso, and step back, Samastiti. Shoulders back and down, back to your breath. Now please grab your block. I'm going to be standing. I'm going to be facing the screen with the feet wider than the hips. Keep your left foot parallel to one side of the mat and then rotate the opposite foot so the toes are pointing to the other side. So your block is going to be parallel to that floor that is pointing to the end of the mat, right there by your foot. There are three levels. This is level 1, level 2, and level 3. So when you go down, you have to be able to touch the floor. So just adjust the level where you need to go, all right? So we're going to work in triangle and extension of the spine. Arms out to the side. Flex your right knee into warrior 2. Look over to your right side. And then lower the palms to your block as you extend the left arm over to your left ear. Slowly engage the core. Slowly come all the way up and move the spine to the opposite side as you lower the hand to your extended leg, right arm over to the opposite ear. And then warrior 2 and move all the way down to the block. Sink the hips and engage the core of the legs. Keep the knees bent and then the knee bend and all the way to the opposite side. And moving back to the block with exhale. And with inhale, all the way to the opposite. The spine is arching into the opposite direction. And exhale all the way down to the block. Sink the hips and inhale all the way to the opposite direction. And back to the down with the block with exhale. And back to the opposite direction with inhale. Now we're going to go all the way down to the block, holding position, and from here, straighten the bent knee, flex the right knee, keep the holding at the block so you have support, straighten, flex and drop the hips. Inhale, straighten, flex and drop the hips. If you need to modify, please do so. Straighten, flex the knee one more, straighten, bring the block with you all the way up, rotate the right foot, bring the left heel in, and place the block in whichever level is the best for you. Let's begin. Arms to the side, T position, shoulders back and down. You flex your left knee. Make sure you're not over flexing the knee. If you're over flexing the knee, you have your foot too close to you, so you have to walk the foot a little bit more. The idea is the knee should be over your left ankle. Arms to the side. We move the hand to the block and we extend the arms over. Sink the hips. Engage the core and all the way to the opposite side. Move the spine to the right. Flex your left knee and back down to the block. Engage to bring back through center, straighten and move the spine to the right. Exhale, flex and drop to the block. Inhale, engage and move the spine to the right. 3 more. Flex and drop to the block. Back through center. Flex and move to down to the block. Inhale through center. Now we're going to go down to the block and hold it there. And straighten the leg, move the hips back. Flex the knee, drop the hips. Inhale, straighten, move the hips back. Drop, flex the knee. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex. 1 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, flex. And then slowly bring the block with you. Rotate the left foot so both feet are now parallel. We're going to bring the arms, the block overhead. Remember the 3 levels. So when we place the block down to the floor, you have to be able to touch with your hands or your head. So we're going to move forward and lower the block. Level 1, level 2, or level 3. And you can, wherever you are, you can place the hands, drop the head towards the block. Relax the neck. Any tension on the upper spine, shoulders, middle back. Just release and breathe here. This is a nice inversion where your head is below your heart. And then slowly leave the block on the mat. Hands to your hips, bend the knees and engage the core to lift the chest and slowly back to standing position. Flex your right knee, right foot under your right hip, left foot under your left hip. Standing position, shoulders back and down. Back to the breath. crisscross your right leg behind your left leg. Have your left hand to your left waist and reach through the right arm overhead. So relax shoulder and elbow and then move the spine to the left. Another lateral stretch of the torso. And just move the right elbow back. Find that nice opening in those muscles in between your rib cage. All the way down to the outside of the right hip. You can feel the stretch. If you keep moving the spine to the left and slowly inhale back to neutral position. Now undo the crossing of the leg. Left leg goes behind your right leg. Right hand to your right waist, and then left arm goes up and overhead. And then you move the spine to the right. The hips are moving to the left. And you're opening through the left elbow and shoulder. Right, a nice space. Breathing in and out. Slowly inhale. Lower the hands down and do the crossing of the legs, shoulders up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down. Now let's prepare for our balancing pose, tree pose, Vrikasana. So let's have the hands to the waist and the feet right under the hips. Extend the right foot out and then rotate as you bring the heel into the inner part of your left ankle. This is this is a version of a tree right here with the toes barely touching, maybe only the big toe. You can bring that foot higher, below the knee, above the knee, never on your knee joint. And whatever you are, you can bring the hands to the heart. Find a place where you can focus your gaze. Just breathe through this. Try to control the length of the breath. It's a way to keep focus through the mind and through the body. And slowly lower the hands, lower the foot. Let's bring some movement to the legs, especially your left one, if you were standing on the left. And then place the weight on the right foot, extend the left foot out, and then bring the left heel in. So find your way. That's another way to do your balance pose here. Or you can bring the foot anywhere but your knee joint again. You can have the hands together. You can bring the arms up to the sky. Anyway, where the arms can help you to assist you to feel you more balanced. Find the spot on the floor where you can focus your gaze. Back to the breath. And slowly lower the hands, lower the foot, and just some movement here on both legs. Let's all go to the back of the mat. Keep your block handy. So from the back of the mat, we're going to lengthen the spine up to the sky as we bring the arms overhead. Exhale, swan dive. Fall forward, we're going to go down to Uttanasana, standing forward bend, but then we walk the hands to downward dog. From downward dog, we have the heels wide as the hips and the wrist under wide as your shoulder. Heels up, knees down to tabletop. Drop the hips to one side, and let's all find our way to the front of the mat. So we're going down to the mat now. Have your blanket or your pillow to protect your neck when we go down. But we're going to begin with the feet wide as your hips, and we're going to have the hands behind and lift the feet off the mat into 90-degree angle. From here, we're going to begin with a 90-degree angle and then straighten and lower halfway down. Engage, lift the legs, bend the knees, 90-degree angle, bend the knees. Inhale, straighten the legs and slowly flex the feet, lower halfway down or as much as you can lower. Engage the core, lift the legs, bend the knees, 90-degree angle. And inhale, straighten, flex the feet, lower. Engage lower abdomen and flex the knee 90 degrees. Inhale, straighten both legs, flex the feet and lower and up as to flex. Inhale, flex the feet, straighten and lower and up, flex the knee. 2 more. Inhale, straighten, flex and lower and flex the knee. And last one. Inhale, straighten, flex and lower. Bend the knees and farmer's pose. Relax your spine, relax your shoulders, fall forward. Just nice, easy breathing here. Now lift the head, chest, and let's find our way down towards the floor. Place your block in between your inner thigh, please. Have your feet wide as your hips and your arms down by your side for support. Chin slightly tucked in. So from here, with a block in between the inner thigh, we're going to just follow my instructions. This is for hip stabilization, sacrum and lower back. So we're going to inhale, press the block. Keep the lower back flat on the mat. And then exhale, press the floor with the feet without lifting the hips off the mat. Inhale, press the block with the inner thighs. Exhale, press the floor. Inhale, press the block. Exhale, press the floor with the feet. Inhale, press the block with the thighs. Exhale, press the floor with the feet. Inhale, press the block. Exhale, press the floor. Inhale, press the block. Exhale, press the floor. Now press the block and high bridge. Hold up into the bridge. Keep pressing, and we're going to press the block a little bit up. Exhale, release a little bit down. Press the block and lift your pelvis. Exhale, release the block slightly, lower a little bit down. Press the block, high bridge. Exhale, relax the block a little bit, lower a little bit down. Press the block, high bridge. Exhale, relax the block, lower your bridge a little bit down. 3 more. Press the block, high bridge. Lower a little bit, relax your block. Press the block high, release the block, lower a little bit down. 1 more. Press the block and high, and then slowly all the way down, 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 down. You lower the spine, you remove the block from your inner thighs, hands to your knees, Uttanasana. Flex the elbow thighs in, straighten the elbow thighs away. Just keep moving in and out. This is a counterbalance of your back bend. Just keep moving. As you relax your lumbar spine. Let's do a little gentle massage. This is with the hands to the knees. Make circles with the knees in one direction. This is a lumbar spine massage. Going one direction, making circles here. And then going into the opposite direction. And then slowly back to center. Keep the hands on your knees, big toes touching. Exhale, open the knees out. Inhale, thighs and knees in. Exhale to open and inhale to close. At your own rhythm, just few more rounds, mobilizing the hips. We work a lot on strengthening and stabilizing the hips, so we need to give them some movement now. Good. Now lower the right foot down and let's place the left foot on top of your right thigh. Figure 4, IT band stretch. You can hold from the hamstring or the shin. Keep both hips even. Make sure you're not dropping to the left, most likely more to the right to get a deeper stretch on that left side. Now release the right foot down, keep your left knee bent. Let's come into half happy baby. So grab the outside of your left foot or the ankle with your left hand and just keep the right foot down. Just do a left happy, half happy baby on left side. And release, left foot down. Now place the right foot on top of your left thigh, figure four, holding from the hamstring or the shin of your left leg. Chin slightly tucked in. Go back to the breath, long and deep. Getting a deeper stretch. Now on the right side. Lower your left foot down. Let's do a half happy baby now, right side. Holding the outside of the right foot. Keep both hips even. Just breathe long and steady through the nose. Let's bring the left foot up and let's come into the full happy baby now. And you can hold still. You can rock from side to side if you want to give yourself again a nice massage there on your lower back. And then gently return if you're rocking from side to side to neutral position. Have your knees bent, 90-degree angle. Your knees are in line with your hips and your ankles are in line with your knees. Arms out into position. So we're going to twist to the left with a core engagement. Slowly exhale, lower both legs to the left, all the way down. Hold in position and not go all the way down, sorry. Hover there. Inhale slowly back through center. Exhale, twist to the right with control as you exhale, hover. Inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the left and hover. And inhale back through center. Exhale, twist to the right and hover there. Inhale back through center. Exhale to the left. Hold. Inhale through center. Twist into the right. Slowly hold. Back through center, twist to the left and go all the way down as you hold in the twist. Maybe use your left hand to guide your right knee closer to your left to deeper the twist. Pick up the head and look over to right shoulder. Chatara Parivriti. Other than normal position. Make sure your right palm is facing up so you're dropping your right shoulder down. Back to the deep breath. If you have your left hand on top of your right, outside of your right knee, bring the arm out to T. Engage the core slowly back to neutral position. And as you exhale, lower both legs, twisting to the right to hold it there. Using your right hand to guide your left knee closer to the right. Look over to left shoulder. Back to the deep breath. And release. Bring both legs back to center. Lower the feet down with the knees bent, wide as your hips. Let's come to a last bridge to lift the pelvis and the hips to align your spine nicely. Make sure your shoulder blades are in place, the back of your shoulders, and then slowly grab your block. Before we go down, slide the block On your sacrum, level 1, please, not level 2 or 3, just level 1, right down your sacrum, not on your lower back. And then slowly walk your feet together, open the knees out. Soles of the feet are in touch to each other. This is iliopsoas release. You can have the arms out, open in T with the palms facing up, allowing the front of the chest and shoulders to open and relax. Notice if you're holding tension in your glutes, try to soften. Same idea with the inner thighs, the groin, the pelvic floor. Try to relax. Now very slowly guide the thighs and the knees together. Walk the feet wide as your hips. Lift the pelvis and the hips to remove the block from underneath you. You come into bridge, take the block out. Slowly lower the spine down, and when your sacrum touches the floor, bring the thighs into the chest, hug yourself, and stretch your lower back again. Rock your head gently from side to side. Bring the head back to neutral position. Lower the feet down. Walk the feet wide as your mat. Arms in T again. Some windshield wiper movement. Moving the legs to one side as the head and the neck moves into the opposite position of opposite direction. Just move slowly. Rocking the legs, the head, the neck. Now back through center, straighten your right leg to the right corner of the mat, turn the right foot out, and extend the left leg to the left corner of the mat, turn the left foot out. Bring the arms somewhere in between your hips and shoulders, and again, make any adjustment you need in the back of your shoulder blades, the back of your hips. Now flex the feet, make a fist with your hands, contract the glutes, bring all the muscles of your face into your nose. Everything feels strong, contracted into the center. Take a nice inhale, side and relax the thighs, the legs, the quads, everything, the glutes, the feet, and the muscles of your face. Take a nice inhale, side out. Again. One more. Close your lips and welcome now to your Shavasana. This is your final physical pose. This is where we're going to do our best to bring our bodies into a full relaxation mode as we bring awareness to all the muscles to soften and to relax, head to toes, toes to the head. Just being aware, like your personal body scan machine. Just do this work of holding and pausing, and all those different muscles, you consider they need a little bit more time to let go and to relax. This is your personal work, so stay as long as you need to, working through this body awareness of full relaxation state. Very slowly, begin to deepen the breath. Take a few rounds of full breathing through the nose, feeling the expanding of the chest and the belly with every inhale. And as you exhale, just release and move your neck and head slowly from side to side. Bring movement to your fingers, your hands, your wrists, your ankles, your toes. Now with the next inhale, bring the arms overhead, legs together, pointed toes, find nice lengthening of the spine. That's an inhale. And as you exhale, flex both knees, hug yourself and roll over to one side and hold in position, on fetal position, an extension of Shavasana from a different position. Just go back to your breath. And the head comes last. Let's please sit together. We're going to do some breathing exercises here. So you may prefer to be seated comfortably. So if you need to sit in a chair, on a bed, it's key to keep yourself spine nice and long and free to breathe. And we're going to fold the index finger and the middle finger into the palm. And then we have the thumb and the ring finger that we're going to use to block slightly one side of the nostril and then release. And then I'm going to guide you through this. So these fingers are to do that, to slightly press the one nostril and to partially open the opposite side. So you are blocking one side and the one that partially is open, you are allowing the breath to come in through that. So we're going to inhale always through the left. Inhale through the left. Fully close left, open the right, and exhale through the right. Close right, open left, inhale through the left. Fully close, open the right. Always inhaling through the left nostril. Always exhaling through the right as you close the left. At your own rhythm. Keep working. And try to lengthen the breath more now. And lower the right hand down. Breathing naturally through both nostril as you keep lengthening the breath. Now just allow the breath to become calm and neutral. No more lengthening of the breath. And take the moment to notice how the body feels. And notice what is the state of the mind at this moment. And take the time to be grateful to yourself for this hour of movement, awareness of the breath and the mind. And bringing the hands together close to your heart center. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And we are asking for peace, peace, and more perfect peace. The peace we all need in our minds, in our hearts. The peace we all need as we interact in our daily lives. And sending peace out all over the world. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And thank you all very much for being here today practicing yoga. Namaskaram. Thank you.